Hello and welcome to this playthrough of Factorio, where I am building a megabase on Earth. I am using a mod, Cities of Earth, focusing on the Old World Hemisphere. My goal is to reach 10,000 science per minute with a rail-based design. The resources are set to maximum size and density, and biters and pollution are turned off. The mod list is shown in the description, as well as a link to my Twitch channel, High Speed. Please come visit me there. Questions and comments are welcome. Thank you for watching. Prods for the furnaces are on this train. Thanks, Style. Is it? No, I keep pronouncing it as Style. It's not. Saint Lai? How would you like it pronounced? Steely Gold. Gotcha. Thank you. I thought it was just Australian. Not Austrian. All right. Good point. Good point. Steely Gold, so that's just really tough gold, so that would be platinum. Yeah, lots of people do abbreviations like that. It's a clever way to go. By the way, if you do stream, Glowing Trees is the mod that is making all those trees light up like that. And it's a wonderful mod. Even if you don't stream and you just want pretty trees. Yeah, it's a lot better than exploding trees. Okay, so here's what I know, is that for a resource like iron, who is using iron? It's green circuits. So we'll go back to this display here. So this is how I'm going to calculate how many trains I need. Let's start with iron. Who's using iron? Green circuits, steel, and sulfuric acid. Nuclear Trees mod already exists. Silent Storm made a mod called Explosive Trees. There was a mod called Exploding Trees. Where the hell is this? This must be one of the militaries, or one of the research ones. So there was a mod called Exploding Trees that didn't do much. So Storm wrote Explosive Trees, which you have a lot of configuration that you can do, but they will explode based on the research that you have done. And at a certain point, if you research nuclear and you chop down, destroy, or burn down a tree, it has a small percentage chance to set off a nuke. So it's an entertaining mod. It can get tedious. It's a little OP in the early game because it'll throw a cluster grenade at you in the early game and you just die. But it's a very entertaining, especially if you can do multiplayer. Hi, Smokin'. So here's what I know based on this. Green circuits need 41,000 a minute. Steel needs 17,000 a minute. And sulfuric acid needs 108, right? So if I sum those up, that's 58 or roughly 60,000 a minute. Interestingly enough, it tells me that right here. So 57,000 a minute is how much steel I need, or iron I need for this build. Although that's not accurate because this is saying 60 steel furnaces, and I need to feed 112 steel furnaces. 108. So what is this? 66. So my trains can unload 25,600 plate per minute. And this entire network requires roughly 60,000, 57,000 plate per minute. So 57,000 divided by 25,600 means that I need 2.2 trains, or I need 3 iron trains to satisfy this. Now, I don't know that that's accurate. I have a hard time believing that that's accurate. But it's possible. So let's do the same thing with copper. According to this, I need 95,000 copper, 96,000 copper a minute. Hi, kitty cat. So 96,000 divided by 25,000 means that I need 4 copper trains. And I've got 4 copper trains. I'll be right back. Yeah, Bob, that's what you should do. I mean, you only get to do it once, right? 200 belt, 250 underbelt, 230 beacons. Let me put my stuff in a chest so that I have room for all of this. $200 in belt. Good song. $250, $230, $200, $160. $250. I can't remember. $230. Wish I could put the results of this into a blueprint. One RoboPort, which I cannot make and I did not bring. 50 lamps, a stack of those. Can I make a RoboPort if I get some stuff? All right, let's just get after it here. So, in my blueprint book for the silo complex, in the notes, train requirements. Damn it. Three, 8, 3 train unloads. 32K. You have 4 inserters in about 90 seconds. This translates to about 25,000 per minute. Total, and that's for a 100 stack. Stack size of 100. Total materials per minute. Use Kirk. Divide by 25K. That equals the number of trains. Iron. It's about 60,000 a minute, which equals 4 trains. I'll just press keys until I get what I want. Copper is about 96,000 a minute, which translates to, oh wait, this is 4 trains, and that's 3 trains. Oh, beyond that. Oh, beyond that. We have to deal with rocket control units, blue chips, sulfuric acid, sulfur, speed 1, red chips, fucker. Nowhere else in the UI does pressing enter close this dialog, except here, so you have to use shift enter. Green chips, which I suspect the younger kiddies don't know how to use, because I've seen them in chat software for work, low density structure, and they are unable to complete an entire thought without pressing enter. So they type 4 words, press enter, 4 or 8 words, press enter, 3 words, press enter. So in order to be able to read an entire sentence, you've got to read like 5 lines of typing, because they can't just finish a thought and then press enter. They have to press enter as soon as their little attention abbreviated capabilities. Steel is 4K. LDS, I should have just put these here. 28K, no, not 28K. 3K. I'm just rounding. I'm doing some serious rounding. 57K. Red chips is 13K. No. Copper cable is 160K. Green chips is 57K. Red chips is 13K. Speed 1 is 2K. Sulfur is 550. 600. Just 1K. Sulfuric acid is 7K. Blue chips is 2K. RCUs is 0 because it goes out. LDS is 0 because it doesn't need a train. I already did iron plate. It's 57K. Copper plate is 96K. Plastique is 30K. I don't care. Coal is 11K, and this is a stack size of 50, so that has to be, we have to be careful with that. I'm going to have to note these things that are stack sizes of 50 and 200, and I'm going to have to note the stack sizes. Oh, that's the max size of the text. I can't type anymore in here. You know what? I'll only bother if it's over 25k. Or 50k for a double stack. What is plastic stack size? I think the stack size is 100. Entries below are for resources over 25k or stack size of 100. Anyone? Bueller? Bueller? It's me! Faceless on the ball tonight. Alright, stack size of 100. I'll just make notes when it's not a stack size of 100. Green chips is stack size of 200. Copper cable is a stack size of 200. So 4K is going to be one train, right? Because if it's over 25,000, then yes. Iron plate. 3 trains. We already did copper and iron. We'll just delete that. There's plastic. So plastic is going to be 2 trains. Green chips. Now, this cuts it in half. Because if we can put 50,000 on a train, but it takes twice as long to unload it because the stackers are the same. Stack size of 200 requires 2 times 180 seconds to unload. So we might need more trains to handle that because... No, I just need to have them in station longer. Same number of trains, but they need to sit in that station longer. So 57,000, well, 160,000 divided by 2 is 80,000. So that's what I need to do, is calculate it based on 80,000. And so that's 4 trains. 4 trains, 180 second unload. So 60,000 divided by 2 is 30,000. So 30,000 is 2 trains, which is kind of hard for me to believe, but okay. Wrong symbol. All right, so there's my thoughts and my notes. We're going to build it based on that. See how it goes. I didn't bring enough speed modules. Hello, King. Damn it. What's missing? Just speed modules. I missed an entire stash. Oh, okay. Well, Zoe, I didn't grab enough speed modules. Can you help me out here? I'll pick up my stuff. Give you all the stuff I don't need. Send you on your way. See now, it's going well, King. I'm figuring out how many trains I need to make this thing run. For an example of somebody who solved the whole problem of how many trains do you need, King, for his MegaBase, he solved how many trains you need by just having one train for the whole fucking thing, and it's like 30 million miles long. Now, that might not be true, but he did build a MegaBase that is only train-based, and it's amazing. It's also brain hurty. So, iron. I'm also trying to claw back as much UPS as I can by deleting radar. Hi, Smoking. Which one are you? You are number 1. Let's try not to get you stuck. But that is your name, so... So, what does this say? Iron needs about... Now, these train numbers are not terrible. I thought I was going to need a train for each drop-off. Now, I'm not counting the satellites again. Dadgummit. And I need to do that. So I'll duplicate this tab and turn on satellites. And looking at just iron, our iron requirements have gone from 57,000 to 80,000. So that's 4 iron trains. So I need to update this. Copper is 115,000, which is 5 trains. Green chips we don't care about. Steel we care about. Can't make this any larger. Steel at 100 and whatever is 6,500. Just I don't like making things so hard to read, but I am space limited. All right, so I need 4 iron trains and 5 copper trains and 1 steel train and 2 green. Why do I have this song in my collection? It sucks. You needed that, yeah. Well, it's not a dash, it's a tilde, which is my way of saying about. But yeah, I can see you wouldn't be able to see that. Iron is 80,000. Copper is 100 and steel is 7,000. Not really sure what to do about the copper cable and the green chips because it definitely does match what I'm seeing. Um, Bob, when you put in 100 hours a week, that's when you'll get it. Plastic is 30,000. All right, so that corrects what I've been doing for the past hour. Tearing something out and then putting it back in. So, copper cable, I should have 4 of them. Chadges, what made you go for double-headed trains versus single-headed trains? Quite a few things. First off, let me give you a welcome. Hello. Good. It worked. First and foremost, and absolutely, completely most important, train behavior. Now, there's a lot of things about which is more performance and which is faster, takes less real estate. Double-headed trains are slower. Double-headed trains take longer to load and unload because they occupy the station for a longer period of time. Now, you're talking seconds in a game that you're playing for hundreds of hours. They do add up. Those are valid arguments. The biggest killer of productivity in the game is when something happens that you don't expect. It's an automation game, it's predictable, etc. Let's take for consideration, I, for a period of time, accidentally had a loop here. Right? So I accidentally had this intersection here, and this intersection here, and then I had train rails. Right? So that created a loop right there. A train could route right here. Right? Any train on my network could route there. And what that meant was that this train, if I gave it a path somewhere that it couldn't get to, if I tried to tell it to go somewhere that it just couldn't go, it would route all the way down here, go through that loop, and then come back to where I was and where I wanted it to go. So if I told it to go here, which it can't get to, right, it doesn't have a path to this. But if there's a loop here, it'll use that loop to turn around. Now, okay, that's a pain in the ass, challenging, but not really horrible, right? But what does in reality happen, and I'll find a spot that makes it even worse. Let's say that I have a station, right? And I've done this example before, so I'm going to try and do it off of memory. Let's say that I have, and this is imagine this is a very complex setup, but that's essentially what it is. And I have stations. I have drop-off stations and I have pickup stations. If there is a train, let me grab a train. If there is a train here waiting to load or unload, and the train that is leaving here needs to come here, and even if that's not a thing, if there's a train here or a train here, let's say that this whole section is all busy in the tick, in the millisecond that the train that is trying to leave here because I got these on the wrong side, in the millisecond that the train is trying to leave here, if it detects that this path is blocked, hi Airbus, it will try and go through this path, even if there's a train waiting here at this station to load or unload. And so what will end up happening is that that train will sit there behind that other train. I'll get you in a moment, Airbus. And if you have a condition where the train that's unloading here is waiting for a train to unload here, like let's say this is an iron loader and this is a copper loader, and you have both copper and iron unload here, and this iron is not getting processed because it needs copper, you've got an infinite stuck. You've just locked your whole network up, because in the millisecond that the train looked and said, oh, this is busy, I'll go this way, even though there's a train in the way and a train stop in the way, and it calculates and says, well, there's a penalty of so many points, and so therefore it won't take this route all the time. If it takes it 1% of the time, then 1 out of every 100 train stops, your copper train is going to get stuck behind the iron train. Both of these will run out of resources, and the copper will run out of resources. The iron will not need resources because the copper didn't run out and get refilled, and so your whole train network is stuck. And you're just fucked. So all the arguments about which one's more efficient and all that stuff, irrelevant. Because if my factory breaks because a train routed the wrong way on a stupid decision, then that's an unacceptable solution, and I'm going to find another one. And that other one is double-headed trains. They're less efficient, they're slower, but they're more reliable. Thanks, Airbus. All right, Airbus, so here's what happens on follower. I have a integration enabled, and that integration enabled lets me have a program that randomly gives you your name on a cargo wagon. So it picks a cargo wagon, when you follow. But if you've already followed, well, how are you going to get your name on a wagon? So I have a redeem. If you're already a follower, redeem it, and I will run this command, and it will put your name on a wagon like this. And now your name is on a steel train in Russia. Yeah, it's not doing it that anymore. I added a randomizer. It takes the list of all the available wagons and it picks one. Now, sometimes I will do silly things, like I did over here with this sulfur train, and Lycum was really being a bit of a Lycum. Unbelievable. And so Lycum got all of a sulfur train. Yeah, it's math.random. This is Lua. Import math. And then math.random. By the way, Lua is index 1. It's not a 0 indexed system. It's a 1 index. All right. Oh, Zoe took me all the way home. I didn't want to go all the way home. That's the long ride. Okay, wait a minute. I've got a copy of what is the fricking thing? Require. Oh, I'm sorry. I said import. I meant require. Okay. Clean this up a little bit. So now I'm comfortable with that. Yes, the high-speed train is a the train with my name on it is the scrap train. I didn't want anybody to feel deroged by me having their name on a train that is just used for scrap, for trash. So I put my name on the trash train. You. Come here. Oops. That is in recognition of a friend called Five, who is doing some streaming. He does a really chill thing. He's doing a MegaBase. And day 16 of, oh, he's actually on a factory that's not his MegaBase. But anyways, I'm going to give him a shout out, because if you want to see somebody who's using a spider to walk through an endless array of solar arrays, he usually doesn't talk much, but I follow him. I have retired a few spiders, and the reason I've retired the spiders is because they require a lot of upkeep in the time. So I cut my spider time in half by getting rid of those spiders. I really want that feature where you can just set everything to empty for this thing. Cheddar Fiend. Welcome. All right. So now I need to look at this, and I need to look at my spreadsheet. All right, Airbus. Yeah, I took some aspirin earlier. I need to stream, so headache or not, I got to be online. Help you feel better? So, iron trains. I need 4 iron trains. So I need another iron train. So I need to align this train such that... What's my marker point for aligning this train? I wonder if I put a station there, if that'll help me. Anyhow. Yeah, we've decided to go with 90 seconds. That was the wrong button to push. Copper trains, we should have 5. I should have a copper train here. I have 4 trains. So first off, we put these all to 90. Secondly, I copy one of them into my buffer. Third, I tell this thing to start building me a copper train. Right there. Next, I find the other copper trains, and if they are not at 90 seconds, I set them to 90 seconds. Then I go back to this one, and I give it a new assignment, and I send it on its way. Steel trains. There should be 1 steel train. It, too, should have 90 seconds. So tonight's probably going to be pretty boring, because I'm going to be doing maintenance like this. And maths. And I don't think I need this displayed anymore. So that was steel. Green chips. Green chips, I need 2 green chip trains. I have 2 of them, but they need to be set to 180 seconds. Because they take twice as long to unload. Copper cable. I need 4 of those. I got 4 of those, but they need to be set to 180. So let's just, oh, I can't just right click because that would screw up smoking. 180. $180. Plastic is 2. So this is a plastic train. I need 2 of you. So, do I have a template for a plastic train? Yes, I do. Go. Done yet? Done yet? Done yet? Done yet? Done yet? Good. Alright, so the Russia factory, satellite silo complex, should be all set. Because nobody else needs more than one train. Although I am concerned about solid fuel, because I saw at one point solid fuel. I need to look at solid fuel. What I need is for Kirk to let me sort by items per minute, but I can't. So we're going to look at these 3,800. We're looking for numbers that are over 25,000 that go on a train. There's 3,000. You don't go on a train anyways. 65. You're only one. 1940. It doesn't matter. 2,500. 13,000. That's just one. 68,000. 30,000. 12,000. 180,000. 114,000. 38,000. Really? Well, you're a fluid, so we carry 100,000 per wagon load, and you take like a second to unload, so you're fine. 3,000, 80,000, 3,000, 21,000. So the thing of it is that one of these I put, yeah, here it is. This one, I actually put 2 trains down because it was performing poorly. So I put a second train down. I've also got only one oil train, light oil train, but it's a massively used oil train. I've got 2 oil import trains, and I should probably have 4. And I should have 2 of each of these. Oh, Frank called 5. Yes, yes. I was telling people about your beautiful solar array, and they like it. Do you play any music when you play